I'd like to introduce you to the next superstar. 20 years from now, he's going to be so ashamed of what he has done on this record that he's probably going to sue me. He and all of his friends are going to be sitting around stoned. He said, look what the old man made me do. Let's give a big round of applause for Bobby Barrett Jr.
The sun stopped shining. What would happen then?
Well, if the sun stopped shining, you'd be so surprised. You'd stare at the heavens with wide open eyes. The wind would carry you like the skies. The sun would start shining again.
The wind stopped blowing. What would happen then?
Well, if the wind stopped blowing, you'd probably cry.
When I was 5, I did the singing with dad thing. My dad had a really cool job. I always say it's like my dad was an astronaut, and one day he turned to me and said, would you like to go to the moon? You know, I was like, yes, I would like to.
Daddy, what if I stopped loving you? What would happen then?
You stopped loving me, and the grass would stop growing.
Bobby spent a lot of time with his father. I mean, Bobby was singing on the Opry when he was, 5 and 6 years old. So he literally, grew up in country, in the top of the country world. His father was as big as they come back in the day.
You better start loving me again. You hear me, son? You better start loving me again. You love your dad.
Yeah.
Better start loving me again.
All sons and daughters of famous people, to some extent, are going to be a little bit fucked up. It's just the way it is.
Just after 9 o'clock, it's 9:07 in America's Music City. The King has returned. It's Bobby Bear and Bobby Bear Jr. in studio paying tribute on something they produced to the live music of Shel Silverstein, Crystal Carnival Man. Bear Jr., what are you working on?
I'm cutting out my first record in 4 years, my first Bobby Bear Jr. record, and then go out on tour in August. And also, my beautiful girlfriend, Adam, is having our baby boy sometime this summer.
You've been very successful in your own right, doing your rock and roll thing. Was that always the path you followed? Did you ever think about country because of your dad?
He's got that covered.
As far away from what I do as you can possibly.
It's called A Storm at Tree My Mother's Head, because I wrote a song on the record about my mom having the tree fall on top of her 2 years ago. She didn't die, being the good songwriting Nashville son I am. I got a good song out of it. I even got my own mom to scream on the song. In the outro of the song, you can hear her going,
Does that answer your question? The difference between you and I?
The first record deal I had was with Immortal Records. The guy who signed me signed Korn and Incubus, so it wasn't like he was a big Bobby Bear. Yeah, but and he's Bobby Bear's son, and that was appealing to me. That it had nothing to do with my father. I was going to be on something thousands of miles from Music Row.
Flutter, pantomime, potential, potato, copper, lead.
But that song, You Blew Me Off, on the first Bear Jr. record, came on the radio. They had announced that it was a Nashville band, and I hadn't heard anything that was coming out of Nashville that sounded anything like that. All of a sudden, this really kind of juvenile idea-driven rock and roll, like super angsty rock and roll, came out of it. I mean, I remember where I was the first time I heard it, you know. And I think that says something.
There's another motherfucker knocking on your door with 4 drunk girls who wanna school. There's a dangerous dollar rolling up in your hair as you newlywed awaits him down. On the way to the airport so I could go to New York City, my pregnant girlfriend says, I'm having contractions. So yes, it's true. I'm a dad for the 3rd time. This is for Shelby Booker. I was born at the Ryman Auditorium during the Martha White portion of the Grand Ole Opry.
This is Jay from Time Out.
Hey man,
Congratulations.
Shelby Booker Bear.
And the fact that you're here today.
You know, the boat don't float if I don't make these shows.
So there was no debate.
There was debate about should I go to do these shows. You know, she wishes I was home, but she wants to have those babies next month too. So, you know, you gotta make the money. Come and visit me in Nashville, Tennessee.
Sit here on the lake, and Bobby has lived here since he was 4 years old, and anything that's round, it's going straight to the lake. You're not going to retrieve it. Well, Beckham and I were working on his bicycle, and I looked up, and he was pedaling towards the lake.
Which way did you go, Beckham?
He went into a tree somewhere.
He did? Okay. Beckham, you want to tell about your bicycle ride? What happened? Why did you do it? Fly just like E.T. No way.
I couldn't believe my eyes. He went flying off that tricycle, and he somehow landed in a shrub on the edge. He was hanging in the branches like this, like a bee, and he's hanging by his neck.
That was a scary, scary time. So I figured I'd write a song about it.
Uh-oh, he's coming down the hill again. Are you coming down that hill, Beckham? Are you gonna jump in the river? Okay.
If I can get a room full of people to laugh along at the most depressing, sad things in my life, it helps make it not seem like that big of a deal, even though it's crushing.
We should go inside. Come on, guys. We'll do it here. We're gonna do a puppet show. Ready? This is gonna be funny. Your new teacher, Booker Bear. My name is Booker Bear. I like to
It's been 4 years since the last record because I had a divorce, losing a house, getting a house back, new girlfriend, new babies, real life grown-up situation.
I'm not leaning on her. Yeah. Will that tree if she's alive? Yeah.
The record has fun, silly Bobby, and I think that the record also has this serious, kind of dark thing to it. It's like a different side of Bobby as like a songwriter, instead of coming up with a riff and then like, oh, I can sing this goofy shit over it. You know, Bobby is better than that.
There's no way you can't ask, why isn't he more successful? You look at his album and he has, I think, pretty interesting collections of musicians playing on it and gets a good sound. Well, if this doesn't do it, I don't know what it takes.
100 years old, that tree was tired, it was ready to fall. The night, the storm was rolling.
What's your name? Oh, Trevor Sullivan. Where are you from? Portland, Oregon.
Where'd you go to high school?
South Broward High in Hollywood, Florida. They told him to put out the last record, not the newest one, the record before. And I don't know if I told him this, but I thought it was missing something. And that's why when he played me the new songs, I was pretty excited. Because he was having writer's block for a while, it seemed like, and you couldn't, like, crank it out, and then all of a sudden you cranked it out. And you cranked it out to the point where now you might have made the best record you've ever made. Hopefully now the masters find out. Outside of my...
Good to see you too. Let's get the hell out of here. It's like I got a mail order bride from Portland, and I've just been waiting. It's gonna be great. I haven't toured that much, and I'm gonna get to go back out on another tour. There's a band called Blue Giant, and we're planning on them opening up the set, as well as being part of my band. I dig them, and they dig me. I think they get what I do, and we'll see. You know. Yeah, everything that we don't need in here, just follow me. Yeah, that's a piece of in our house. Might be your house. huge leap of faith on his part. It's gonna be records are one thing, but anybody can sound good on the record. It's gonna be a trip.
Okay, let's pretend we're all ready. We're looking at you waiting for the count off. Okay. Wait. No, you keep going. Oh, sorry. I'll just do this a little bit right here. I'll walk it down. This side. This side. Okay, there you go. Sorry, BJ. Let's try that one more time. I know it seems really ugly, but when the only thing happening, and we're just kind of still trying to figure it out, and there's our 7 fans in Memphis standing there watching. Maybe 8. So we bring out brother.
Hi y'all, I'm Bobby Bear Jr. Let's pretend it's a real rock show. And we all stand up and walk this way and participate in the rock show.
In the recruitment line, like a fish in the sun, when we held out our hands, well, they gave us a gun, a gun, bullets for blood, a gun, they gave us a gun, swollen but not the same, swollen but not the same, swollen but not the same, swollen but not the same. Neon!
Settle with
if you don't have it on there, then maybe yeah. Do you have a contract?
Yeah.
Because they don't have any paperwork on your part. All they have my paperwork. I have it. Well, I got the sheet. I didn't put out a record for 4 years. You're gonna hear a lot of new stuff. You said goodbye. I heard hello. Where are you gonna go? I'm the only fool you know. We found a place between love and hate, where nothing feels that good and nothing feels that great. And what's making you smile is making me sad. I know it feels good. This is gonna be back and lose my blessing. Just making you mad. What's making you smile is making me sad. People that go into it but if you're standing by, we're rocking out, and that's right here, that's what I'm gonna do, and then all of a sudden you're doing phone calls on some label by Toby Keith. If Toby Keith wants to cut one of my songs, I hope he does, because my kids want to go college. But the thing is, you sell out when I would give anything to sell out. No, what are you gonna sell out to? What are you gonna sell out? I'll do it. You haven't done it. That's why you offered it. Make me up. No, I'm sure. Oh. Why do people need some complicated rock and roll? Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Oh, did you open it? I think they're supposed to be separate. I can do
what I end up doing is I'm paying to see that opening band. I don't know. Maybe let's figure it out. Yeah, I I wear the same exact green leisure suit at every show. And my girlfriend and most of my friends are just sick with that green suit. So if you come across one, just send me a picture. Not really. I don't think it's split here like this. I don't want to let all your AC out.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Good to see you, man.
Will you wait for
This jacket is what makes me cool, dude. Can't you tell? You're at my decision. You know what? You're at my decision. Not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I said, hey, you want to go? I got $7. Let's go.
Hey, do you guys have 4 rooms with doubles in it? You do. Can you just hold those rooms for like 30 minutes? That would be awesome. I would kiss your feet. Can you do that? I'm begging you as a human being. Okay, thank you. All right. Alright, there's I just snagged 4 rooms at the Super 8. I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like that fucking night in Austin. There's gonna be a naked stripper. No one's gonna sleep. And I'm gonna, dude, I gotta have a flip and a day off there. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, how I'm gonna work that, dude. Start the stream. I guess when in Rome, do what the Romans do, right? When in Rome.
Put a little fucking business in there, not just like there's a cleanup lady in there. Just put it on there. Anybody need any Advil? He got 2 hours of sleep and he's got a migraine the size of Texas. That boy has more drinks than I got a migraine Texas.
We're here with Bobby Bare Jr. and his group today is Blue Giant, and they're doing tunes off of Bobby's new album, A Storm Tree My Mother's Head. What do you got up next for us?
Jesus animals.
It's live radio, folks, and that's what happens when somebody drops their guitar.
Broken guitar strap and live radio.
So, why do I need a job? Why do I need a job? Feel so free, I got nowhere to be. Oh, why do I need a job?
God, I'm just ruining this fucking guitar. Fuck.
I once worked for an old bastard who always pushed me to work faster.
My first record is 4 years ago.
My dreams still into my jeans. I traded my car for that. Till it was gas and flash in the van. We tell all this care.
This has cat and spit in it now since he used it last night, and I prefer just my own personal spit.
Thank you for believing.
I'll keep trying as long as you keep trying.
Reno.
Hi, baby. How's that, baby? Yeah. I got a good problem to have. I'm out of CD, and I was wondering if you could go to, like the FedEx, Kinko's, or any of those places, and have them sent to Seattle. And I'll get you an address.
There's a common person standing 5 yards from me. I don't know why. Very weird.
Do what? Well, maybe I could just get a whole case, like 4 boxes. Hopefully I'll sell them in Seattle. 2 shows of that. Kind of crazy.
What was the lyrics behind the like the line or something behind? You need to turn that line on. Get yelled out of there.
I know you're right.
Man, we can't have you hanging out.
He ain't no customer. No, Mom.
Okay.
What makes you play
play your music your way? What is it that just drives you?
Fear of having to have a day job. I was delivering luggage a month and a half ago. Lost luggage at the airport.
It pisses me off when good artists aren't rewarded for what they do.
Outside of my control. I can't make people like my music.
Well, but even when people do like your music, it's not open enough to enough people, in my opinion.
You know, I've seen so many people around me just go, just explode, blow right past me. But it was their time. I don't think of them as necessarily just 10 times more talented than me. I just know that sometime my time's coming, I'll get a shot. And if it doesn't happen, I understand that too.
What's your dream?
Did I make enough money to where everybody's not mad at me anymore?
Can I buy a case? The leader's nowhere to be found. And if you wake up, all is found. You will not hear a sound. Spread your face with a grin to win the media singing your tune. As the rules have all run out of food, and the schools of teachers will sing you.
Nobody in the band is here. I've been telling the band the whole trip they were talking about Oregon Trail. Their song's got a song named Didn't Grow Nerve. Yeah, I'll play it. You play it for us, Tom.
Didn't grow nerve on the Oregon Trail. I knew in the moment that I'd be dead. All I could think of was that my dad is dead. And I damned the dead that I tempted fate. I should have cut my toenails straight. I tried to kick at that Barrett tax and went out from mine as he was tumbling back. I might have growled, but come on wine. It was the smell of my toes that made him black. On the Oregon Trail.
This morning I got on my horse and went out for a ride. Some wild outlaws chased me and they shot me in my side. So I crawled into a wildcat cave to find a place to hide. But the pirates found me sitting there and soon they had me tied. So Poland built a fire to me. I almost cried. Then a lady zombie cut me loose and begged to be my bride. So I told her I'd come back Wednesday, but I must admit I lied. Now this is just a quick thing and no matter how I tried, well I couldn't get out telling that a water snake named Kurt who dragged me to the kettle and planted me fried. But a eagle came and threw me up and threw me and I was fine. So he told me in a blowing lake 1,000 miles wide. And then
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, shell.
I gotta do that Chris Pop thing on Sunday, the variety.
Oh, yeah.
You have to channel your
Yeah, sleep on
inner
your
General
porch.
Wormer.
Think about your subtle operetta.
We gotta go.
I gotta sleep on your floor.
We gotta go.
We have to finish our beers first,
I'm gonna go practice with my lyrics in the hallway. Green alligator along their feet, horseback, camel, and chimpanzee. The captain nuts and elephants, but I'm so forlorn. Just can't find no unicorn. Hey. The unicorns looked up from the rocks as they cried. And the waters came up and sort of drifted them away. And that's why you never see a unicorn in this very day. It's vicious, man. Yeah, beautiful unicorns are dead. And he drowned. God damn.
Without any further ado, say hello to my friend, Bobby Bear Jr.
Thank you. I'm on tour for 3 months at this point. I haven't seen my children in 2 weeks. And the hardest part about missing my kids is when I see other people with their kids. This crowd's killing me. You got your green alligator, your long neck feet. The humpy back camel is the chimpanzee. Got the nuts and elephants to screw with your fool. You're never gonna be no an owl. Owls, I forgot the owl. Yeah, fucking owl.
Did you bring the bass inside?
Hey, what's going on?
We're just partying on some guitars.
That's what's up, that's what's up.
Yeah. How are you today?
I'm well, I ain't in shape.
Yeah.
Hey, I like your brown hair.
Thanks a lot. I like your pink shirt.
That's what's up.
Once this tour is done, we will have physically spent a full month, 24 hours a day in the van. And less than 1 day has been spent performing. Less than 24 hours. So that's partly why, like, when the shows are bad, it's just like the worst feeling in the world. And when they're great, they're amazing. They're just, you know, nothing can be better.
Hey, if I get in town around 3 or 4, I really like to have fun. I like that. Yeah.
You kind of do too, baby. Yeah. Huh? Darling. You know, if we ever get married, we'll be like that. You know, hey, love you. Bye.
Sincerely, thank you for coming out to my shows. Every penny from every CD and T-shirt sale of mine tonight goes directly to a feed the children's clinic at the National Institute. The children you might be feeding might be my children. In fact, I can guarantee you, every penny goes to feed my children, my ex-wife,
her new boyfriend, my new girlfriend, our new 2-month-old baby. So I say to you, St. Louis, feed the children. Dance with me. Inside of people's minds, she is spinning out of time, like a hunter who's gone by my valentine. I've killed my good time, and I'm down till I start for my back. Turn up the guitar solo, please.
I was fully expecting like 5 people here. The first one on the whole tour where it's like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, these guys know this shit. Seriously, when I looked at Anita and she turned around and went, I was like, no, this is the difference. This is the difference when they know the record and they're fucking anticipating it, they bought it, they know the song, they know everything about it.
You want some money? No. So you just give it to him.
Or do I need to do anything?
Yeah, the contract was like $100 for you and $1,000 for you. So
that's about the right proportion.
That should be $1,000. That should be $100.
I'll go.
Are you freaked out about that? Oh, you don't know that. Hello, I am your dad. Hello, I'm your dad. Hello, I'm your daddy.
You recognize him from his shaved? He let his hair grow while you were gone. Got a tattoo and an earring.
About 3 times.
How do you recognize him?
You still wish you were back in the belly, don't you? Oh, yeah. You still see what's in it.
Go back.
When did I go back to the belly?
Your eyes are so blue, Booker.
Requires no introduction, but I'm going to make one anyway. He's the best friend in the world, and I love his dance. He's got a brand new record, and he's here to play a bunch of songs to you and for you. But you guys give a nice one welcome to Bobby Bear Jr.
The first thing I sang is off the middle CD. But the middle CD is more rock. The brown CD is more acoustic, and the new CD is the best one. So, I don't know what to tell you. But it's like saying, pick a child. Kill it. Stick a knife in the eye. One of these. Thank you. I had a lot of fun. People are still buying shit. That's awesome. Even the children, baby. I can grab it from the guy. I can leave everything. I can grab it. How many people paid? 82 people paid. Oh. Okay. Yeah. It's hell. Fucking back. 82 paid. Sometimes I play music for those accuracy.
Thanks, you guys. We're Blue Giant. We've been on tour with Bobby for about a month and a half, and every night has been a total adventure. Tonight is no exception. Nobody move a fucking muscle. You're about to have your brains melted.
When you roamed inside the spotlight can't provide, but I'll be around. And when you if I try to get lost and you way back, well, I'll be right. And when all your family friends stop, I'll stop trusting in all this around. On your way down, when you can't respect on your face, and I'll be around. On your way down.
What a crazy recognizing image you must have heard. With 9,000 pounds like wandering the street.
I love seeing people in line to see my shows. I just don't think they have any idea that there's even a band playing. I like talking on the phone to you, Bella. You're pretty good at talking on the phone. I miss you. I'm gonna give you a tickle and hug when I see you and your brother back home. He did what? Tidy whitey. No, I do not. Because they're tidy and not white. I love you. Bye. Sounds like back up on place with Tidy Whitey's guys. Yeah. That's an age from back home.
Talk any faster with food in your teeth. I swear to God I'm gonna call the police. The sunrise ain't pretty if you ain't too bad. Tomorrow is today instead. And I know where you are. Look down, crawl inside of you. I have run with you out for so lately I
come out to the trucker show?
Yeah. Go home. Drop some luggage, get some babies. Try to get more dates with somebody to go out and play.
You hear her play that, Bella? Come here. Bring your ears. We're gonna hang out with loud boys. Come here. You gotta do this online.
Unfortunately, this is the way little girls fall in love with musicians for the rest of their lives. And I don't know if she should be exposed to that. If there's any one thing that I think has contributed to keeping my career from completely going, woo, yay, it's I've had a different band every 2 or 3 months. You know, sometimes 3 different bands in 1 week. Creatively, it's kind of fun. We end up with different arrangements every single time. I don't think I've ever sucked, but I don't think it's helped things be consistent.
Well,